I've always been envious of my colleagues in band. They have an infrastructure for their students that we don't seem to have in orchestra, or at least not that I know of. They have all these camps and opportunities that I think that are really valuable, like section leader camps and drum major camps, but they all seem to be quasi-centered around marching band, and there's nothing like that I know of for orchestra, but even with those, somebody had to start them, right? The curriculum didn't just appear out of thin air, so somebody had to be the one to get it going. And so what I've tried to do over the course of the past 20 years is steal as much content from them as possible and implement them from orchestras. And I've sort of evolved this, and it's become pretty comprehensive. And so what you're about to see are conversations with some of my seniors who graduated last semester and have gone through my leadership trainings. Here's what they have to say about the topic of adding value to others.
Leadership in education especially is a special thing where you pass it along less like maybe like you would pass on like an heirloom, right? You pass it an heirloom, you have one heirloom and you pass it generation and then generation and then generation. But leadership and like education is different. It's almost like more like passing a flame. It's like you light other people's torches, but your torch is still lit. So when you light other people's torches, they're able to pass that on even more, right? So it's like your torch is still lit, but then these people are able to have their torches lit just from one person.
Well, true.
Exponential growth
is good. That's true.
Like when I was senior, I taught these 5 basses, right? But when I leave, there are going to be 2 new basses coming in.
Yes.
And so those 2 will get theirs lit. Next year we get new freshman basses, they'll get lit. And so I did like by keeping like the lit fire, like each upperclassman helping the underclassmen grow and be better people, it made it to where 2 or 3 years down the line, we still got a whole army of basses or a whole army of violinists who are growing as a community, who are still communicating, even as we are out here going to college or going to work.
Your actions, like, how did she act? Maybe I should act like her. And then, like, they're like, it's like a cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of what Angelina did, I'm going to do this. Or because of what Anna did, I'm going to do this. I saw Anna do this. I want to do that. And, you know? So, like, I feel like it could be a way to, like, if you're doing something positive, people will, like, hopefully want to do good, too.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I feel like that's how, like, you can, like, help leave your mark on this orchestra program just by doing things nobody has done before and like inspiring others to do the same, something like that.
Right, yeah. I feel like people are going to remember how you treat other people, especially if it's like more personal on an individual basis.
Section leaders are very powerful in sections of being able to grow communities starting at the section, because when you split off for a bit and you just work with just 5 or 6 people, it helps them grow communities, and then those communities are mingling with each other when they go to class in the morning. And section leader also make this like section like this one person in this group that says, hey, we're going to talk to these freshmen and get them used to being in orchestra. Without a section leader, it's like they don't going to talk to you that much. They hadn't been taught, they hadn't been growing their skills to be talking to their freshmen. So freshmen are going to come in being nervous, and they'll stay nervous because they don't have really a mentor type of student that can help them out.
But it's like, I remember people that were kind to me when I was a freshman, and it's like I try to replicate that. And so by replicating that, then it's like these other people that keep coming, going to high school, because people keep doing that.
No, yeah, that's true.
They'll hopefully take after my good actions, and then...
Yeah, I really agree. I think without section leaders, there's this practical aspect of just musically, we wouldn't be able to perform at as high a level as we have been performing, because with section leaders come sectionals, come practice reminders, come individual practice sessions, like one-on-one practice sessions. So just musically speaking, even if you're coming into orchestra and you're saying, I'm in orchestra and the only goal I have is to make good music and to perform, even in that aspect, without section leaders, we wouldn't be achieving at the level we are right now. We would be achieving at a lower level. But if you're here for music, but also community, which I think a lot of us are, or a lot of us end up being, section leaders also facilitate the community aspect of orchestra in bringing together sections, in instilling camaraderie through sectionals. I know I not only got better at my music, but I came to know the people in my section a lot more because I saw them not only in class, but once a week in individual section time.
From my sophomore year, I've seen like it's getting more elevated in a way. Like I feel like everyone's getting more comfortable with the idea of being a section leader and that they could help the whole section out. And I don't know, like I've seen like, I remember me and Joyce went up to Rachel and we were like, you should be a section leader next year. Like, I think you'd do really well. And she was like, I think I could. I think I might. Like, and like, that was like, and Rachel's like, her technique is so good. Like, so I know like she'll do really well. Like Joyce and Rachel's technique is amazing. And so like, I feel like that next year they'll be able to translate that and hopefully inspire others to do that. And like, eventually, like, hopefully that ripple effect will continue to go on. And in 10 years, bro, I don't even know, like...
When you're a section leader, your job is to pass on what you've learned in your 4 years to the next group of kids. And so let's say I'm a freshman, I'm coming in, the dude taught me how to do thumb position. I didn't really understand how to do that when I was in middle school. We didn't have any thumb position pieces. So I learned thumb position. He taught me about phrasing. He said, hey, make sure when you're phrasing, how you can do different bowing lane, you do different bowing styles to help you improve your phrasing there. And so when I became a senior, I did that. I taught some of the kids that too. I said, hey, when you do thumb position, the way you can tell is when you don't feel any vibration in your thumb. Hey, when you want to play piano, maybe think about playing in bowing position 4 or 5. And so being able to teach them that, and then like teaching actually guys, like, hey, I learned that sometimes it's good to not going up and down the string, but staying in one position and trying to switch strings sometime.
I made sure this year I was very welcoming to all of the freshmen, and I seem to have really affected like on Soar. And I know that he's like told me, he's like, I want to do the same thing that you did for me to so many other people. To like, so I feel like that will like, I hope there's like a ripple effect and like that it'll go down and like whoever on Soar helps and they'll help the person after, and like eventually like the 5th graders now will get the treatment that I was giving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And section leader meetings too, or just leadership meetings. Because anybody can come to those. Yeah. And learn about leadership. And so I think it's getting a lot better and hopefully will continue.
Right.
Having a section leader program it's not just helping the kids, but it's also helping you because you have to do less things. You will get less frustrated in rehearsal because these kids have already gone and worked on certain measures or certain hard passages in sectionals. So it not only helps facilitate the growth of the student, but it helps facilitate the growth of an orchestra as a whole, and it gives you a lot less headaches when it comes to maybe having to stop the entire rehearsal to work on a certain section's music because that is already done. And as for the students, being a section leader has been extremely valuable to me personally because I've learned how to lead people in a way that not only calls them out, but calls them up to a higher purpose. And I think that's really, it's like, when you think about it, it's like, what else would you rather be doing?
I know for a lot of students, the music major is not the attention they have when they go to graduate high school. But section leading can help you prepare for any career you take. If you do section leading, you're going to learn how to be a mentor to people. You're going to have a community that is small but still very, very social with each other. And that can really help you. Like, first off, say you struggle with talking with people outside of this little knit group of friends you have since elementary school. A section leading will help you learn about new people who might have different interests. It will help you learn how to teach other kids because when you are going to work, you're going to eventually have to lead somebody. And so being able to do a section leader in a high school, in a setting that you've been with friends for like 4 years in orchestra with, will be a lot better than going to like your first job and trying to do it on your own.
Like individually, me having this opportunity to be a section leader, it has given me so much more confidence. It's like helped me realized that I kind of enjoy teaching people, and it even helps me myself. Like, I look at like practicing my violin with a more like objective outlook, and I'm like more on task, and I'm like to the point of what needs to be worked on, because that's kind of like how I approach sectionals. It's like that practice of teaching others helps me like teach myself and helps me like learn, or whether like that's just me with violin, but it could be something I could apply to like studying chemistry, or like just that quality of leadership and responsibility applies to so many other aspects of your life. Like, I've gone to like summer camps and things that it's like we've had sectionals or something, and I honestly expected the first time that like the concertmaster was gonna lead the sectionals, but it wasn't. It was like one of the professors or teachers, and I was like, oh, like they're like pros. Like, like they don't understand that we're struggling as much, or I don't know. I mean, they have a lot of experience, and it was good, but it just wasn't as like, I didn't feel maybe as comfortable like asking them questions and stuff. And so it's very beneficial for students to take on those leadership positions and learn how to be a leader.
Being a section leader is a very rewarding experience, and it's just, you learn so much, like not only about like people and how like collaborating with others, because you it's not like a one person thing. Like, it goes both ways, like the teacher and the student relationship in a way. Like Anna said, I got so much more confident in my abilities. Like, at first I was like, what am I doing? And then like throughout the year, like I was chosen for a reason, and I need to help other people, which I've always wanted to help other people in general, but like in my section, like I felt really like passionate about it. I wanted to see all of them succeed, and I wanted to help every single one of them. I feel like it's so enriching for the students to like lead sectionals, and I really like that. Sometimes there can be such like a wall between like conductor and orchestra. Like, it's sometimes you need like that type of relationship and environment where like they can feel free to like ask questions, not only in like, not just to like the conductor or anything, but to the people in their section as well.
Having them have the ability to go teach the other students, like, hey, how about we all spend like 30 minutes a day or 30 minutes once a week coming together and working on this hard part, which will not only improve your orchestra, but also make this more fun. Because rather than half the class sitting around waiting for the section, now your whole class is working together to fix the music, make it better, so that when you go to a concert, you're like, wow, we sound pretty good this year. We sound awesome. It really sounds great. And so I have to say, they wrap it all together. The idea that for students, this will make orchestra this more than just 50 minutes of music, one concert every now and then. It'll be like making a community that will have you connect to students of all different backgrounds, different interests, and also help you grow into leading those same students of different interests and different perspectives. And for the teacher, it will help you make your music more efficient, more better in quicker time, as your sections are now independently working on these parts and making it better, rather than you having to go out of your way in your 50 minutes of class to fix it on your own.
If you don't have a section leader program at your school, or if you're looking for some resources, I'm selling an 8-week leadership course on teachingorchestra.com that I've done in Canva. And I like Canva because it has some cool animations and stuff, but if you need me to convert it to PDF, or you can upload it into something like Google Slides, I could also give it to you in an SVG format, so you could use it on a web browser. But to get all the cool formatting, I recommend Canva. And look, I'm not a greedy person, and if your district won't buy it for you and you just don't want to pay out of pocket, please send me an email at teachingorchestra@gmail.com, and I'll send it to you for free. And the same goes for any product on my website. If you want it and your district won't pay for it, just send me an email and I'll hook you up. Okay, thanks for watching. Consider sharing this content with others, and I'll see you in the next video.
I don't do math anymore because
I know.
I graduated high
1,
school.
2, 5.
I'll just keep going,
No.
hopefully. But ain't nobody got time.
Ain't nobody got that.